Hello everyone, welcome to this video where I'm working on this Ford Kuga. I'm doing a full ambient lighting video on it. So in this video we're going to be stripping the car apart, putting in the ambient lighting and then putting it all back together. Sounds like 3 nice easy steps, but it does take a lot longer than that and it's a bit more involved. So let's have a quick look around the car as it is at the moment and then we can follow up on everything else. So the owner of the car has actually attempted to do a little bit of ambient lighting themselves already. So they've got this EL wire running all the way through. And as you can see, it's just run across the doors just over here. And we've got a little bit of, ooh, this is like some interesting tape clear thing. But yeah, we're going to look at stripping all of this off. Wow, this is actually a really long strip. Jeez. Right, I'm going to look at doing that with 2 hands later on. But we can see roughly where it is going across. We are going to change things up in terms of the locations, going for a lot more of a cleaner look. This is obviously in a way where it runs across the whole dashboard and stuff. I'm also going to look at attempting to do it to the rear doors as well. So I think the next step is going to be I'm going to take apart half of the car, figure everything out, and then look at doing the other half with you guys on camera. So without further ado, I'm going to strip apart that side and catch up with you then. Let's go. Right, so we're back, and what can I say? I've got the driver's side done. That is how it looks. I thought this would be a cool moment to do a little bit of a 50-50, so you can see it here, see it over there. I'm pretty impressed with that. So what I'm going to do now is set up the camera to show you all how to remove the door cards and be able to do the ambient lighting. So let's go. So with regards to the door, we've got to get access to a couple of points. First up, on the rear door, this little plastic piece just here needs to be brought forward and out. So it's a little bit of an awkward space, but you can get this to pop out. There we go. So that's the first part off. Up next is this part just over here. Just go about it with a plastic trim removal tool. I will leave links for all of the tools and everything like that in the description down below. There we go. Right, so just disconnect the clip from there. And now from here, it's mostly 7mm screws. You can use Torx bits for the 3 up here. There is one at the bottom as well. But the one at the bottom doesn't allow for a Torx bit. It's only 7mm. So you might as well set up with a 7mm for everything. With this one just here, you might need a magnet just to bring the screw forward. There we go. We've got that off. And up next is going to be just putting in the trim removal tool. And popping everything off loose. That last one's a little bit awkward to do. But once we've gotten off all of the plastic clips, we want to lift it forward, lift it upwards. Reason why we do that is because this hooks over into the window trim piece. And then just over here, unclip that. That's the first door card off. So now the front door card is pretty much the same, but the only difference is where the other one had the trim piece going across here, we need to remove this one because there's 2 screws underneath here. Pretty sure that was a GTR that went past. Just noticed this inside here. Whoa, is that a blade? What is going on here? Removing this piece, just bring in your trim removal tool. Now you might need a supporting tool. Let's bring it along here. There we go. Once you get to this point, it's a little bit easier to pull the whole thing out. I say that and then it becomes really hard. Keep working your way along with it. There we go. And after we pop off this, again, you've got the 7mm here. There's 2 7mm just over in this gap. And then we've got the one in the corner here. But there's an extra one on the front, which is just in here. Now we need to come from the bottom, lift it upwards, and then it will come out. It's a little bit awkward and fiddly, but There we go. The one thing I want you to make you all aware of is this metal bracket as well here. So obviously you got all the clips that you need to take off, but this is also another part, which is why you need to lift it upwards to take the door card off. So with the door card off, putting in the strip is actually more challenging on the rear door than it is on the front, and it will make sense because we're trying to get it into this groove here, which you would think, oh, it's just going to slot in, but actually it's quite tight here because both of these plastics are compressed together and it's plastic welded behind. So what we're going to start off is start off from this end and roughly line this up to the point where the edge of this is right at the edge of the door. How to start making this disappear is, for the beginning part, it's easier to bend it forward. You got to try and do is just open up the spacing just over here so that it sits in there, and now using that point, push in the rest of this. Now it's not as easy as it might come across. This is definitely eating into my finger. You guys can see just there. So yeah, just apply that pressure to get it to go across. Doing the other half here is a little bit different, so you can really compress it inwards and you'll be able to basically squeeze it in. That is the first one basically done. And because we're doing the door handle and door storage, I'm going to drill a hole here and one up here for the door handle and door storage lights. So let me show you that drilled in. As you can see, there is the hole for the door storage and there is the hole for the door handle light. So I'm just going to pop those in. That one needs to be glued in and this one just pops into its place. And just like that, the ambient lighting is basically set up on this door storage, door handle, and we've got the main strip connected up to the module. I've done T connectors here, and once I've done the front door, I think once I've set up all of the ambient lighting on the front door as well, I'll show you all where I'm going to be connecting all the Live and Earth wires to. So with the driver's side strip, you will need to basically press in one of these just to separate the two parts of plastic. Drill small holes to make a line to feed the strip through, and that will then bring us over here. This will now give us a clean look where we don't have any wires exposed, and we can start feeding the strip all the way along. Be careful though when drilling the holes. You don't want to drill through the top layer, you only want to drill through the bottom layer. So that's one thing to be mindful of. Now let's get this going in. So as promised, I've got the driver's dial done. Where are the Live and Earth? So on the modules here, the black and purple is the earth and the grey and red is the live. That's on the front door. Same just over here with the rear door. We've got the black and purple as the earth, but on the back it's slightly different color. It's brown and red. In essence, what you're looking for is on this harness, there's an extra thicker wires coming out on this side. It's the two on the inside. The black will be the earth and the one next to it will be the live. And yeah, that means all set now to put the door cards back on, and then we can start on the center console. Right, so the next big challenge is going to be getting access to underneath here in essence. So we want to basically tidy up all the wiring as nicely as we can. So I'm going to start stripping apart the center console. So let's remove the easy stuff first. Things pop up and off. Okay. Looks like there's a couple of Torx bits underneath here. There we go. Okay. We've got two, looks like T20s here. So if we take that off, we'll be able to take off this whole trim piece. So after you've basically been able to maneuver most of that out, we should be able to lift this piece up now. Now if we leave the car in reverse, we should be able to just slide this piece off. There we go, wiring disconnected. So behind here we've got the live and earth point. I'm probably going to look at adding a relay to this because we need to make sure that it doesn't turn on and stay on all the time. So I'm going to figure out all the wiring. We can see that there's a live and earth here. That's pretty easy. It's just a matter of now making sure what's going to be the ignition point, because we don't want the ambient lighting to be on all the time. And at the moment, the cigarette wires for this car, it stays on all the time. We don't want that, so we need to find a different point to get the live, basically. So everyone, here is what I've had to do. This is a little relay. It's for cars and stuff, and in essence what I'm doing is tapping into 2 sets of lives and 1 earth. So this is the main cigarette lighter live. That's going to provide a constant strong 12 volts to this relay, which will also send it out to this main module. Now this yellow wire that I've tapped into, that is going to be used as the ignition switch. So in essence, that's going to tell the relay to send power to the main module. That is then set up going into this relay. So all of the diagram and stuff like that is basically there. It's quite simple to follow once you get along with it. Again, I will leave links for everything in the description down below. That is basically what we've set up as. Now I can put this back in, but before I do that, I'm gonna route around all of the footwells and the strips for the dash and stuff like that. And this will basically be the final piece that goes in, and then everything will kick up from there. So not a huge amount left, but let's get on with it. So what I'm doing right now is I've kind of put this strip in. Again, it'll be a bit better put in once I've got all of this done up. Fed the wire through for the other strip that's going to go around here. So basically we're going to have strip around here, one going across here, and then the footwells. Everything's all basically plumbed into here now. I kind of wanted to do this part so that I can show all of this before the next step. So this is kind of the last time I get to show all of this, because everything's going to basically be put back together now and all look finished. So let's go. And that is a wrap. This car is all finished. Let's have a look at it at the moment. Obviously the owner's got a few of his own personal things around the car, so I'm not the kind to end up going and touching all of those and stuff like that. I'd rather just leave that as it is. But let me show you all around. So this is how it looks with the doors. You literally cannot tell that this has got ambient lighting on it. That is literally so clean. The way these strips fit inside of this groove is pretty awesome. And as you can see around the center console, that's how it looks there. Now if I put the key, get the car's ignition on, we'll get to watch it all load up. Let's do that again with the doors, because they just look too cool. How cool does that look? Ah, that pinging noise. Ah, there we go. This is with all the lighting still on in the garage. You can see just how bright it is in here, and that is how bright the ambient lighting looks inside of this car. I'm going to take some fancy shots now, and once I'm done with all of that, we're all done with the car. you got all of these colors you can do. Let's go to another like pretty crazy one. No, I think that one's
got the breathing ones. Yeah.
Yes, so you can see this one's like a pulsating between those colors and now with all these lighting kits you can do the whole symphony mode, or you can set them up solid colors. You can control the brightness, all the good stuff. So you can just turn off the door handle, door storage and footwells and just have the strip lights on like this. Ta-da! Or you can turn on the door handle, door storage and footwells and turn the strips off like this, just like that. There's so much flexibility with this kit. It looks absolutely stunning on this car. You can control all the brightness and everything like that as well separately. So yeah, I think it's come out looking amazing. I want to take some pictures and stuff now, and then we're going to call it a day. Now, if this is something that you would like to get done to your Ford Kuga or whatever car, please feel free to hit me up. You can find me on Instagram, or you can email me, or you can even find me on Facebook, but Facebook, leave as a last resort. Hopefully my website will be up in the near future as well, so that will mean booking in and knowing and seeing all these kind of kits and stuff like that will be a lot easier. So yeah, right, we're gonna end the video there. Please, if you have enjoyed the video or enjoy the content and want to see more car content on your channel, please consider subscribing, or consider it if you want to just give some support. And yeah, right, give the video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Links for everything are in the description down below, and I'll hopefully see you all in a future video. Peace out. Bye.